Every time I watch Educating Yorkshire, it just makes me question more things about school. Because I start to remember things that would usually be erased from my mind, like the songs we sang. I spoke about this before, but I've had more time to think about them now, and it really made me appreciate how they managed to get an entire school of kids to sing along to this shit. At the time, I didn't question it, but looking back on it now, why not get us to sing some fucking ballads or something? Do you know what I mean, though? Like, actual songs. Imagine how much more prepared for the day you'd be if we started off the day with a... I just died in your arms tonight. But no, let's sing along to... We belong together. We're watching episode 3 of Educating Yorkshire today. I told you I'm going to work my way through the entire series. I think there's about 8 out right now, and I'm only 3 down. So that kind of puts it into perspective how long this is going to take me. By the time I finished all these, the next season's going to be out. This one's called Boy Kicked Out of Class and Falling Out with Friends at School. I'm sure Quiff will have a lot to say in this one. If you don't know who Quiff is, you've got a lot of catching up to do. What do you think to the vans in the background now? Looks alright, doesn't it? You know what I call that? A lot of spare time. It's kind of sad, really. I'm thinking of any more stuff, to be honest. I don't know. Anyways, let's have a laugh with this video then. Educating Yorkshire episode 3. You ready?
Over a decade ago, the nation fell in love with a school in Yorkshire.
Like my eyebrows. I shaved all my eyebrows off. This is a coffee. Coffee. Keeps me awake, you know.
And an inspiring English teacher, Mr. Burton.
They should get me to do the narration for the next season. I'd be down. At least it'll be a Yorkshireman narrating a Yorkshire show. I'm just saying. I'm not cheap though, so show me the money. Can you imagine me doing this? Over about, I don't know, 10 years ago, a nation fell in love with a school in Yorkshire. And an English teacher, Mr. Burton, also known as Hairline. But now, 10 years later, Hairline is no more. He's been to Turkey, got the transplant, and is back as a new head teacher, Quiff. So now he really thinks he's the bollocks. We spent an entire year filming a school, as you do, just to see what bullshit kids still have to deal with. Welcome to Educating Yorkshire.
It says stop!
Oh, I do not miss these fucking things. Look at the size of them. Wearing them goggles is actually causing more danger than protection, if you ask me. They're too big and distracting, and it's like to stop the circulation going to your brain. This kid's got the better ones on, the glasses. I remember it always used to be a race to the goggles box because they only had a limited number of them glasses, and if you're too slow, well, you're going to end up looking like you're going fucking snorkeling. Half the time, they weren't even needed. Any substance that wasn't water, they'll lose the shit. They're like, everyone, make sure you're wearing your goggles. And I remember thinking, really? It's vinegar. What are you expecting to happen here?
It's period 1, science.
Thank you.
He'd get punched square in the nose, not even out of anger, just pure instinct. It's like when you sneak up behind a horse and if you get too close, it just fucking boots you. Same thing applies to me, but with back of the head twangs. Fuck off. It's one of them pains that's annoying. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Go outside. Take goggles off and go outside.
Gets a bit crazy in the lab.
Keep that on your eyes.
14-year-old Scott had a difficult year 9 at Thornhill, but is full of good intentions for year 10.
In year 9,
Good for Scott, but Scott, what the fuck you doing, mate? It's like he's breathed in some chemicals in the lab and he's just like, you know what? This feels pretty fucking good. Scott needs a mask and eye protection.
I was getting a lot of detentions, like nearly every day.
Scott, make a start now, please. Thank you.
But year 10, it just hit me with everything.
God, from that angle, you can really see how stupidly big these masks are. How are you meant to gauge your distance when you've added an extension to your face? Ah, fuck. Sorry, sir. I've smashed another test tube. My bad. I was not expecting to be wearing a VR headset today. I just don't know where the fuck I am, you know? Just invest in more glasses. No one wants to wear the goggles.
I think I need to settle down now, like, calm down a bit.
You've got an ionic compound. What's an ion, Scott? Any ideas?
A charged particle.
A charged particle. Excellent. That is literally it.
Scott is really strong at science and he really enjoys it.
Mr. Chippendale. Anyone else got the sense that Mr. Chippy is a bit of a prick? I don't know, he just seems like a bit of a knob.
I think he's more able than he thinks he is, but he's very easily distracted.
There is a required practical to do and I want to get on with it as quickly as possible. I am going to let you work with who you want to work with. You don't need to go, oh, you work with me, because no one else wants to work with Scott, so it's fine. And no one else is going to choose Keon, so you can definitely work together.
Scott's fuming, you can tell. Everyone's laughing at him as well, which won't be helping.
What's the face for?
Like Mega Man, I don't know why you're talking to me, to be honest.
Wow, go outside.
What?
Go outside.
You've just taken me car.
Go outside.
Oh my days. There's no way.
Thanks.
Mr. Chip did not like that, did he? Wow, go outside. I could tell Scott was going to get defensive about it, though. I mean, the teacher did say Scott has no friends in front of the entire class and on national television. And I reckon all that was on Scott's mind, so he was probably thinking, fuck, I have to say something. I would imagine watching it back and thinking, oh, I should have said something. He did, and he went with Mega Man. Fairly accurate.
Scott does sometimes cross the line, and it can definitely be a big distraction in the class.
Stop talking. I wish I could just actually teach.
At the end of the day, we are here trying to get our GCSEs, and I am a teacher, not a comedian or a children's entertainer.
No, don't worry, mate. We fucking gathered. I'm not a comedian or a children's entertainer. What a fucking bundle of joy is Mr. Chip. Surely being a little bit funny and entertaining would make you a better teacher, though, right? No one likes the teacher. That's a miserable prick. No one wants to listen to that guy. I'm looking at you, Mr. Chip. I'm looking at you.
Sorry for saying that, sorry. I shouldn't have said that at all. I'm really sorry.
We need to remember that I am a teacher and you're a student. That's the only thing.
I know. Okay.
So I had to do this a few times, haven't I?
Yeah.
Just re-establishing boundaries. Yeah. All right? Sound. Come on.
It'd be funny if Scott just went, yeah, but come on, you do a little bit. I don't think Chip would go along with it, to be honest.
Out of class, Scott's rarely without his best mates, Alfie, Medden and Keown. They're often found working off their excess energy in the Thornhill corridors.
Yeah, get done. I got boys, mate.
Yeah, you see, do you know the issue I had with play fighting, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is I struggled to match the same energy because I never knew what was too hard or what wasn't enough. Like, the options were making it awkward by being a bit too rough so your friend ends up crying and goes in a mood, or be vulnerable and not do enough and allow people to keep touching you for the rest of your school life. So I made it clear to begin with, yeah, just to let you know, if you put your hands on me, I'm going to have to retaliate. You got to set your boundaries early because you do not want to be that kid that everyone thinks can wind up, because that would get annoying very quickly.
We love winding each other up. It's literally what we do all day, every day. If it's like hitting each other, smacking each other, taking something off each other, it's just do whatever we can to wind each other up.
Yeah, but there's a fine line between winding each other up and pissing each other off, though. There's only so many times you can smack and punch each other before you start being like, all right, should we try talking to each other? It does get old eventually. It just becomes annoying.
The Year 10 boys are in the canteen.
Keon, step away, please. Step away. Alfie, you can come with me to the lavatory.
You got a lavatory.
No, he doesn't need an entourage.
Today, Scott's not with them. His friends have wound him up and he's now roaming the corridors, having lost his temper.
Off and leave me alone.
As I was saying, I told you hitting each other all the time will eventually start to get genuinely annoying. That's why you gotta let them know so it don't keep happening to the point it does piss you off.
And leave me alone. You watch where you're going, you daft.
Scott just sending shots at anyone in his way. That was probably some innocent little fat kid just walking by him at the wrong time and just got insulted. Watch where you're going, you fat fuck. Ah, okay. Have a good day.
Step out and about. Scott is walking around extremely angry and upset.
When I get angry, I don't really think. Whatever comes into my brain that I need to do, I just do.
Yeah, I get you. Sometimes you just gotta call a fat person fat. It helps.
Scott, is happening too much, is this?
The kid banged the door in my face.
You're not going to walk around school shouting and swearing at people.
To be fair, if he banged a door in his face, can you blame him? Even Quiff would say under his breath, watch it next time, fatty.
I think what I'm learning about Scott is that he holds all this frustration in, and then it just comes out. But when you look at your friendship circle and Alfie and Keon and all the rest of it, it's a lively mix of social time.
It's toxic, and it is dragging you down the wrong path.
Oh, Quiff's getting serious. Best start listening, Scott. He's got gel in his hair and everything, so you know he means what he's saying. He's not playing around. But nah, yeah, your friends do seem like a lot.
You don't know how much is going on.
I think you'd be surprised at how much I do know is going on.
You ain't got a clue.
So that means that you can swear at people in school, does it?
Man said that.
No.
I shouldn't be swearing, I know.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, you shouldn't be.
For him to assume that he knows more than he actually does know about what's going on in this kid's personal life is a bit of a stupid thing to do. I think he realised that he shouldn't have assumed that as well, which is why he quickly reverted back to, oh, so that means you should be swearing in the corridor, should it? No, but you also shouldn't assume you know more than you actually do about what's going on in his life.
And if the only thing in your life that's a positive at the moment is the opportunity that you have got to be a professional sports person, right now, it looks to me as if you are setting that piece of paper right on fire.
What sport is it that he wants to do, though? Because I'm just saying, if it's football, it's best to have a plan B. Because the odds aren't the best, are they? And I know me saying that is going to break a lot of kids' dreams. So if you don't want to hear it, you can skip ahead a little bit if you want. But if you want to be a professional football player, just be prepared not to be, you know? Even the ones that are scouted, because I know people that were scouted for years and still didn't make it. So, you know, dream big, but be realistic. I hope my words of wisdom helped. Subscribe for more.
And if you think I won't pick the phone up and speak to your coach and let the academy know exactly how you're behaving, then you've got another thing coming.
What a dickhead. I know some people will be saying, well, he's doing his job, but as a human being, could you actually do that? Just ring up the coach and be like, hi, mate, I'm just calling about Scott. Yeah, I'm just letting you know that he's been going around school calling people fat. So if you could just release him from the team, that would be great. Would you not feel a little bit of a knob? It's a good way to get him to listen, I suppose, threaten to tarnish his dreams. You're not going to listen? That's fine. I'll ruin your life.
I am quite tough on Scott because I expect the best from him. Because what we do need to keep an eye on is his potential. And his potential is fantastic.
Nothing against Scott at all, but I'm just saying, if you was to wear Velcro shoes with white trainer socks when I was at school, the abuse from your friends would be justified. You just wouldn't hear the end of it, which if you think about it, is kind of crazy, because we was taking the piss like what we was wearing was any better. We had them fucking winkle pickers on, so we was no better off. There was a time where you could actually wear Vans, but they quickly banned them for some reason, and them Nike Huaraches were a big thing at the time as well. But again, history repeated itself and they banned them as well. I didn't get it, the shoes. I just didn't see how footwear would affect my learning, you know what I mean?
Scott is a gifted rugby league player. Outside school, he's at a professional club's academy, the Bradford Bulls.
So it's rugby. Well, that changes everything then. Like I say, if it came out that I wanted to be a professional football player, I'd be like, reach for the stars, kid, you might get there. But now I know it's rugby, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's doable. It's a sport you can actually get into by simply just being good at it and not by luck. Pay's not as good though, let's be honest.
He's got this exceptional talent that can be his career.
The club are in regular contact with the school to check on Scott's progress.
Oh, fucking hell, look, it's isolation. It really is still a thing. Look at this kid, he's just wide enough to fit in the fucking booth, bless him. It's a bit extreme, innit? This one looks like some sort of mental asylum as well, just all grey and depressing. That'd be great for a kid's mental health, wouldn't it? Just stick him in a little booth in a grey room all day. Isolation probably causes more depression than teaching a lesson. I suppose we have it lucky, to be fair. Back in the day, they used to get smacked with a ruler and shit, didn't they? Imagine that now, fucking hell. If Educating Yorkshire was shot in the 70s, you'd just be watching straight up child abuse, wouldn't you? So isolation is actually an improvement from the previous punishment. Give it another 10 years and the punishment will be a hot chocolate with some free TikTok time, and we'll actually start to miss the days of isolation. The world's only getting softer.
If he's not behaving, he risks being released by them.
If I'm proper annoyed, it does get overwhelming. Like, you just want to be left alone.
The fact if I don't behave, Quiff would be the one to decide whether or not I make it in rugby would be enough for me to hold my emotions in. I could not live with it. I'd rather not make it because I wasn't good enough, not because fucking Quiff made a phone call, snitching me up.
All right, sir, found Scott. Been an issue in RE, and he's ended up punching the walls.
Right.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Scott, I'm trying to back you up here, I really am, but you're making it extremely difficult. You're calling people fat, punching holes in walls. To be fair, he's getting away with a lot of shit, isn't he?
Finding your place as a young man is really hard. They can suffer from a shortage of role models, and there's lots of negative influences out there.
Oh, let's have a look.
They are trying to navigate a route through adolescence that's quite a choppy one to do.
I swear, I've just seen Quiff with two different types of Quiffs within the span of 10 seconds. Look at his hair, right? You got that? You're staring at that? And then we fast forward about 7 seconds. Yeah, there you go. Would you look at that? That's a different fucking hairstyle. He's got more gel on his hair. Was this like filmed between the appointments or something?
It's Friday evening, and Scott's at his professional club, the Bradford Bulls. He trains with them twice a week after school.
If you get good grades, doing everything right, then they'll think you're a class player. But you've got to behave, otherwise you get kicked out.
I've never really been into rugby, you know. I've always found it boring. I also wasn't really the type of kid that was built to be a rugby player. I want small, but I also want big. And there was a lot of kids about that had beards and looked like fully grown blokes that played rugby. And I remember looking at them and just using common sense, really. If I was to run at you, I'd end up on my ass. Nah, I'm all right. I'm more of a football, boxing, UFC type of guy.
Back in school, Scott knows the stakes are high.
I need 1 pile of books, 1 pile of pink slips.
Hey up, Mr. Chip's back, still looking like he doesn't want to be there. Ah, shit, I'm sorry, you're a teacher, aren't you? Not a children's entertainer, I forgot, sorry.
But the temptation to have fun with his mates is still proving hard for him to resist.
Shock.
Hi, Medden. You all right, Medden?
What's going on?
No, we're friends.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like you being friends to me.
No, we are friends, sir. We're playing the same rugby team.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You two play in the same room team?
Yeah. So
Different positions?
Yeah, obviously. So he's saying you're big.
I'm saying you're small.
Oh, no, yeah, but he's saying you're big.
I am big.
I know you are.
Tell what position he is,
I don't.
How do teachers not get dumber being around this shit all the time? Anyone else just watch that then, wondering what the fuck's going on? Scott took one of the weirdest approaches I've ever seen to calling his mate fat. We play rugby together, different positions. He just called you fat. Do you hear that? Scott does seem like he can be a lot though, doesn't he? I can see how Scott's friends would get pissed off with him.
Quite often, the things that this group of friends are doing are not nasty, they're not malicious.
No, you call me something. Sorry.
But the frustration comes in when you think, right, this could potentially have a real impact on your future. So.
Scott's now running late for his next lesson.
OK, that's in here, please. You go to IE rest today. I'm not there. Once again.
I'm assuming IE is isolation. The fuck does IE mean?
Having caught Mr. Burton's attention again, Scott's now facing yet another visit to internal exclusion.
Internal exclusion. So yeah, isolation then. I was going to say it's a bit harsh to put him in isolation, but he's not done himself any favours, has he?
Spend at least lunchtime in IE, please. Right, we've got a choice on, Scott, haven't we? But the rules are the rules. We make that so clear to you. We're constantly doing this thing where we're just looking into the middle distance as if what I'm saying doesn't really matter. We either start to engage with staff or we have to pick up that phone call. I really don't want to be doing that.
What's this little Superman flick has got going on here? I can't stop staring at it. He's showing off his hair, isn't he? You know what you're doing, Quiff. Look what I can do. We get it, mate. You've got new hair. Maybe the flick comes down when he's being serious, because like he's threatening him with a phone call now, so it means business, you know what I mean?
You need to hear some tough messages, Scott. There is a link between being at school and the discipline you show there and the discipline you show in a rugby field. Those things need to coexist together.
Did he? I'm just saying, if he's really fucking good at rugby, does RE really matter that much? Nah, I get what he's saying. I just like to question everything he says for no real reason, really. I suppose knowing that the school's gonna do it, so I'm here to knock him down a peg or two. You're doing well, Quiff, but remember who you are, mate. Don't let it get to your head.
Unfairly treated, you're gonna have to tell me who you was with.
No.
With who?
I think if Scott doesn't own his own behaviour, then there is a risk that he ain't going to be on that pitch for much longer, let's put it that way.
God, what a depressing image. Look at this kid just counting down the seconds until he can see daylight again. They've even got the blinds closed, look. I'm so happy I never have to go to school again in my life other than to go and watch my niece's school plays. Because I'm a good uncle like that. It's just who I am. I still kind of laugh to myself a little bit that I'm an uncle. It's kind of funny, innit? I'm just happy my sister was the one who had the kids first because it made me realise what I have to prepare for, and I'm not ready. No, I'm not. For now, I'm happy to cheer on from the sidelines as an uncle. That's enough for me.
Is your mum on OnlyFans? How do I subscribe?
It's a bit expensive. Can we get a different discount?
Nah, is it 50p, mate? That's all she needs.
I could never bring myself to paying for someone's OnlyFans. I feel like I'd regret it instantly after I finished. I do when it's free, so I can only imagine how I'd feel if I paid for it.
Today's lessons is about the ghost of Christmas yet to come.
In class, Scott's behaviour has been showing some signs of improvement.
Oh, miss.
Some signs. Barely any would be a better phrase to use, I'd say.
But it's not all been smooth sailing.
I bet it's spin or something.
Spin you?
The combination of Scott and his mates often equals trouble.
And we're right back here again, so nothing much has changed really, has it? He's actually in tears now, so we've made no progress here.
An invitation to try out for the Welsh under-16 squad has upped the rugby pressures outside school.
Hey, sir. I've got him, sir. I've just come across him. He's in my office.
Which is having a big impact on Scott's mood in school.
Well, yeah, when he's got Quiff breathing down his neck, threatening to phone up the club. But if this is like another trial where the school can't get involved, the teachers have got absolutely fucking no chance in getting through to Scott. That'd be like me hitting 100k subs whilst I was in school. I'd just be turning up for the sake of socialising. That's it.
Might not be in the best of moods next Monday.
What's next Monday?
I've got to travel down to Wales on the Saturday.
Yeah.
And then I've got to do a trial for Wales on the Sunday. So, and then we've got to travel back from Wales. So
That's good, isn't it?
What an underwhelming response. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? I think Scott was expecting more of a, wow, well done, mate, proud of you. Nah.
Our responsibility is not necessarily to make sure that he's playing international rugby. Our responsibility is to make sure that he leaves at the end of year 11 with fantastic GCSE results.
Cheers, Scott.
So we've just got to make sure that we keep him on the right track.
If it all goes well with the rugby, you won't need his GCSEs to get him on the right track. I reckon most retired rugby players would even struggle to spell GCSE now, to be honest.
It's Monday morning, and Scott will find out today if his trial for the Welsh under-16 rugby team has been successful.
The moment of truth. I hope if he gets it, he goes to Quiff like, what was she saying, mate? Dragging me down the wrong path, was it? Because to me, that looks like I'm playing for Wales now.
Staff have given him special permission to have his phone in school, so he can see the message as soon as it comes through.
I do that with my leg, just shake it all the time. I'm actually doing it now. For no real reason too, I just can't fucking sit still.
I ain't got my number. I don't know who it is. That's my mum. Oh, they emailed me.
Wouldn't it be tragic if the email was like, hi Scott, we was literally on the verge of signing you, but we decided not to because we just received a call from Mr. Burton, your head teacher, regarding your behaviour. Oh God, I reckon Scott would literally go and chase him down. I would. Any time to daylight.
I'm in.
Well done, Scott. Everyone's so well done, Scott. Now go and tell your teachers that you're in and remind them every day that you do not need this.
Hello?
I'm in.
Oh, that is fantastic news. How are you feeling?
Overwhelmed.
Well, look, take a minute. Don't tell me you're out of breath running up one corridor because you're playing international rugby soon, so you need to be fitter than that.
I reckon it's about 20% happy for him and 80% dread in the next year with Scott, because he knows he can no longer use that rugby card as much. Even his reaction, oh, that's fantastic. But what he really wanted to say was, oh, fuck.
Hiya.
I'm in.
Oh no! I'm literally crying my eyes out. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Scott. Well done.
Thank you.
The mum could have said anything then, couldn't she? On speaker, sat next to the head teacher. Imagine she just started chatting shit about him. And she just came out with, have you told that prick Mr. Burton? And Scott's just like, yeah, he's sat right here, actually. You're on speaker. Oh, hi, Mr. Burton. You all right? How's the hair coming on?
It's just like a rush of energy and like joy.
Let's see this as the start, eh?
Yeah.
Good lad.
Cheers, sir.
Scott, take your shirt in.
Right. Sorry. I'm a Welshman. I got in.
Well, good for Scott. Must be a good feeling that your future in rugby no longer depends on a phone call from Quiff. But that's that. Episode 3. Done. I'm sure I'll be having copyright problems with this one as well. That always happens. Surely at this point, Channel 4 can like filter my channel out of these copyright claims. I'm helping the show out, if anything. What happens is they claim the video, I appeal it because it falls under fair use. But you have to wait like 30 days until they review it. In the meantime, they're just getting all this ad revenue. It's a fucking piss take. So I've missed out on a lot of fucking money from these videos. Some will call me stupid for making another. I call it passion, pure love for the game. I don't know why I did that. I'm not even religious. It just felt right. Because what we do together. I'll see you all later.